folks, Pete back with you. Let's move some snow. It's pretty heavy stuff too. It's we actually had a time yesterday where it actually turned to rain for a bit. I got my plowing buddy Maisie with me. Let's get this show on the road here. These are the snowstorms that I'm glad I have the 30-inch tall and 30-inch deep snow pusher, because we're going to be filling this thing up a lot. Oh yeah, we got quite a bit of snow out front here. Let's turn this rear defrost on. Oh yeah, that's pretty deep. Whoop. Oh, I got it on. That's why it's not defrosting. I had it on the sides. Yeah, this is fun plowing it when it's just like this. Not a problem for the tractor. I bet there's some guys plowing with trucks that might be hating life right now, but we're making some snowbanks now. Look at that wind. Wow. Thankfully, my wife drives a Subaru Outback, and those, oh boy, and those are amazing vehicles in the snow. We still put like really good snow tires on it, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people just run all seasons, but we live up in the mountains here. We're close to the ski area at Smugs and Smuggler's Notch, I should say, and Stowe. So I feel a lot better with her having real snow tires as opposed to the all seasons. So she should be easily able to get out of there. I think I need to spend some time on the bottom of the driveway because the snow plows generally pile it up pretty good down there. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like oh, this is going to drift in bad today. That wind is howling. Oh yeah, that's going to be deep down at the bottom. Holy moly. Oh yeah. Yep. We have some serious snow in front. Let's see if we can move this across the road at least, and then I'll holy moly, yep. So it looks like the snow snow's about up to the mailbox here. I'm gonna clean a little of this up in case some cars go by. My goodness, yep. I gotta give my wife a path to get out of here too. She should be able to get out there, but I am going to. I got my flashers on. Yep, now I do. Let's clean some of this mess up here at the bottom. Wow, yeah, this is close to 30 inches deep immediately here. Like the first real snowstorm we've had. We've been getting lots of snow, but it's been in smaller amounts, 2 to 6 inches at a time. This is the first decent snow we've got. Most people, when they talk about this much snow, don't call it decent amount, they call it crazy amount and don't like it, but just gonna skim this off, make it a little easier for her. That Subaru, that Outback, has more ground clearance than my F250. It's crazy how good they are in the snow. This snow pusher still, even with this much snow, it's still scraping it right down to the base. I love this pusher. I can't imagine ever going back to anything else, to be honest with you. Normally I don't push across the road, but this is light enough and I'm not going to push it deep into that fence. I'm just going to get it right up along the edge so the snowplow can wing it into the field when he comes by next time. Alright, we gotta clear this up a little bit. Ah, here comes the wife. Make the mailman happy. Mail lady, I should say. Can't believe schools weren't even canceled today. There's places that got 18 inches of snow, and some of the schools are delayed 2 hours, but that's pretty much it. Vermonters know how to deal with snow, and they know how to drive in it. That includes the school bus drivers. Clean this side up a little bit. Gonna be a cold one today. Like single digits, maybe lower teens, but the issue is the wind. It's supposed to be 40 and 50 mile an hour winds today, so the wind chill factor, the feels like temp's going to be below zero all day. All right, let's go next door. We're going to do Mom's driveway. Yeah, the snow's up to the bottom of Mom's mailbox there too. I love a good snowstorm like this. My wife and I stayed in pretty much all day yesterday, but it's just something peaceful and quiet about watching the snowfall. Although there was a couple hours yesterday where the snow was literally coming down sideways. Let's see if I can push this back a little bit. Yeah. That's why we didn't really venture out much. Maisie wasn't even all that interested in venturing out, which, you know, it's bad if she doesn't want to go help. Clean out this mailbox area too a little bit. It's funny, my sister, who now lives in Arizona, they just moved there 2 years ago. She sent me a text yesterday saying how sorry she was about the snow. I was like, "Oh, don't be sorry." I said, "I still like it." All right, let's see if we can push some uphill. Oh, I don't know. This is going to be, yeah, it's going to be tricky. I don't quite have it dragging all the way on the ground. Pretty close. But, oh yeah, we got quite a few yards of snow out in front of that pusher there. Holy cow. Spilling out of the sides. Mia. Yes, sir. That's... Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of snow. Let's see if we can push this way. Wow. I love it. It's a good thing I have the chains on the tractor, because I'd be struggling with this much snow. I'd be able to push it, but I might not be able to take full swipes, and I don't think I would have been able to push that up the hill or up the driveway. That would have been a down only push. Alright. Alright, let's do another downhill pass here. I'll shove that into the pile down there. Definitely gonna be running out of room here for some of this stuff. Town does a nice job keeping these roads clear. It's been snowing for over 24 hours. Pretty much straight. A few little lapses and periods where it cleared up, but for the most part, it snowed the whole last 2 days. Let's see if I can peel a little of that out from underneath the. Yeah. Hey Maisie, you having fun watching? Can you even see out the window? She's steaming up her window there. Here, let me dry that up a little bit so you can see better, honey. There. How's that? All right, those two are done. Now the parking lot for the barn area. So some of these, the videos I've been posting about the trees and stuff. Well, let me close my garage door. I don't know if I've actually pointed it out or not, but this area that I've been plowing down here that I call the barn area, obviously I do that because that's the plan, is to build the barn here in 2026. So we're going to get all the lumber cut, sawn, stickered, and stacked this year. And then we're going to give it all this summer and next winter to dry. And then about 14 months from now, 15 months from now, the plan is to build the shop / barn. So really looking forward to that. But got a lot of work to do before we're ready to build, that's for sure. Some pretty good snow drifts down here. So this tractor and the Mini over there, the Volvo, that's the two main reasons why I'm building the barn. Well, we have a boat that's in indoor storage too that we want to be able to store here at the house so that we don't have to keep paying for that. Nice. We can push this right over the bank, which is nice. That wind is picking up. I'm seeing some weird white lines on my screen here. I don't know if this is a file corruption thing or not. I don't know if it's coming on the finished video. We're gonna see. I think I'm gonna stop and restart. Yeah, those lines are gone. I don't know if they made it to the video or not, but that's another thing with the snow pusher too, is I can stack this snow 10 feet probably high, if not more, which is kind of nice to be able to do. Or with the, I mean, just the sheer weight of this thing, I can move these banks pretty well too. Now underneath this bank is a pile of some 1.5 minus, so that's why I can't push that too far. Plus you can see my cable that I use as a gate, kind of to keep folks out of here, is laying there, which I haven't been using that here in the winter. It's just, there's not that much in here right now. All my attachments are in the other barn and undercover, so the only thing that's down here is the trailer and the bucket, the forks on the trailer there, and the Mini. And the only thing easy to steal here would be the forks, because they're pretty light. A couple people could really pick those up. But I've got that 800-pound block of concrete in the bucket, and that's all chained in there. That would not be easy to take. And the Mini, the excavator, that's certainly not a very good getaway vehicle, so I'm not too worried about that. And then of course I got my trailer lock on, so it'd be real hard for someone to take the trailer too. Let's see how we can clean this up. So this is where in the spring, when I have the guy come with a portable sawmill, this is where he's going to set up. He's down here. And I'm going to feed the logs to him using the Mini. And he said having the Mini here to help those guys load things up will be key. And they figure they can do about, with that Mini here, they can do about 500 board feet a day, or 500 board feet an hour, I should say. So I'm guessing I'm going to need about 3,000 board feet, maybe a little more than that. I'm definitely going to cut more than that and have them saw more than that, but I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut more than I need for a couple reasons. One, so I know I don't run out. But the other is if I have enough left over, I really would like to build a shed up in the corner of the lawn up there by the house to help clean the garage out some, but not have things all the way down here in the barn. So I do have one log here, one hemlock. That's why I can't push it where I normally do. I don't think I need to get too much closer to that, to the Mini anyway. I'll do a couple of cleanup passes here. There we go. Now that I got my vents all pointing the right way, things are clearing up good. Boy, this extra snow is going to make getting those logs out a little bit more difficult too. But we'll get it done. Okay. I'd like to get a little closer to the trailer if I can. Not like that though. There we go. Much better. Not that the trailer's going anywhere anytime soon. I guess probably the next time it gets used will be to go grab those logs in Essex, which that'll be coming up soon. Should be doing some filming. There's an area that, I don't know, 75 years ago, there's a big area in Essex where they planted a bunch of red pines, and they're all planted in beautiful straight rows. And a friend of mine just purchased 2 commercial lots in that area, and he cleared one of the lots already. And all those red pines, apparently what they're good for is they're strong for one, but they make telephone poles out of that red pine. So he sold them to somebody that makes those telephone poles, but he said he didn't get much for them. So he said the other lot that he has down there, I can help myself to as many logs as I want. So the red pine that I get from down at his place will be what I use for the heavy structural stuff, because it's so strong. The hemlock that I'm cutting off my property, that's all going to go towards the siding, because that is very rot resistant, hemlock is, and it takes stain and paint very, very well. Okay, so the first battery died. Just gonna clean a little bit more of this up. I'd say that looks pretty darn good. Let's push this back a little bit over here. There, that looks good enough down here for now. I'm probably gonna have to come out after this wind blows all day. This is gonna drift in, so I'm probably gonna have to come back out. This to me is the ultimate setup for plowing. It's pretty much unstoppable, and it's so nimble and maneuverable, right? I mean, a plow truck it's just hard to turn around in tight spots. And I mean, look at this snowbank here on the right. That's probably somewhere around 8 feet high now. I just feel like I've got a lot more control over where I can put things and how I can stack things with the tractor over a truck. And my wife's tracks coming out of the garage. That's funny. Let's do some back dragging. Now the back drag blade on this is only with the rubber, I think it's only about 6 inches. So snow does go over the top of it, but I really only have to drag it back. I don't even have to drag it back that far. I only really need to drag it back about 2 to 3 feet, like that 30 inches of what the box is, because I can come back and use the normal regular cutting edge to pull it back from there, and that, you know, the snow can't fall over the end of that, over the top of that. So, but if anybody's going to buy one of these, boy, I would highly recommend getting it with one of these back drag blades, just because it's nice for doing this. It cuts down on the shoveling you have to do up close to the doors and so on. And it does a super clean job, because all the weight's right on that edge. You know, as sad as I don't even know who won the Daytona 500 yesterday. I used to love watching that sport. But I haven't really been getting into it that much, and my wife and I were just talking about it. She's from South Carolina, so she used to live about 20-25 minutes from the Darlington Speedway, which is an awesome speedway, in my opinion. Good old school speedway, super high banks, not super big. I've been there a couple times, of course, when we go down to visit her family and stuff, but yeah, it just seems like, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like the vibes changed, and I don't know. I guess I used to just love watching, you know, the good old boys there trading paint and fist fights after the races, and it's like hockey, right? Those days are gone, although I shouldn't say that. Although that game between the USA and Canada, holy cow. I guess the American team did not like the fact that the Canadian fans all booed when they played the national anthem for the US before the game. And there were 3 fights in the first 5 seconds of the game. I love it. That's like good old school hockey there. And there's something patriotic about the fact that those guys stood up to that nonsense of them booing the national anthem. It's pretty disrespectful, in my opinion. I certainly don't have anything against Canadians. I've got a lot of friends that are Canadian. Some of our best friends actually down at camp. She's from Toronto. And there we go. But yeah, that was kind of disappointing to see, because like I said, I don't like discussing my political views, but that's just disrespectful, in my opinion. I'd be upset if that happened here, and we're gonna find out soon too, because I guess the Finland-Sweden game ended up in a way, I didn't follow it, but it ended up in a way that for the final of this tournament, it's going to be USA and Canada again. So they are going to be playing again. This time they're going to be playing in Boston, though, not in Montreal. So it will be interesting to see what happens there. Pretty good snow drift here where the walkway is. Oh boy. Yeah, this is... I gotta be careful. My wife has a lot of beautiful plants, perennials in this flower bed here. I don't want to be peeling those up, so I'm going to play it safe. That was like the top layer. Now let's get the rest of it. We got some plowing or some shoveling to do, Maisie, after we're done with the plowing piece. most of it. A little bit more down pressure here this time. So I did get word from my cousin, Tom from New Jersey. He is coming up now. He's going to come up on the 24th to help me do some more tree work. Get that cut. There's some firewood down there that needs to be cut and split. He's going to help me do all that kind of stuff. Okay. I think for now we are good. My goodness, look at the snowbanks over there at my mom's. Let's open the garage door. Back the tractor in there. And that's it for this plow, folks. That was fun. We got some good snow. From what they said, I measured last night 13 inches in the driveway, and we were supposed to get 4 to 8 more, but I don't think we did. I think maybe we only got maybe a couple inches, so I would say a little over a foot is what we ended up with. We'll just back this in here so we're ready for round 2 later today. Okay, folks, till next time.